They told me for years there was no money in podcasting. Well, they were all wrong.
Why do people love Shrek? That's so random. I don't even know why that's on here. What is that? You must have an opinion on this for you to even. That is the most obscure question of random, like in the world of random questions.
It's unknown, unnamed nonsense. Damn it! It's just an utterly nonsensical question, but it's a great question. Why do people love Shrek? And I think it's because of the accent.
What kind of accent is it?
It's Mike Myers. It's Mike. Okay, so
it's Mike. It's Mike Myers. Yeah.
It's Mike Myers' own accent. He has his one to himself. No. So here's how this question came about. I watched this video on YouTube.
Says donkey. Like, what is that? It does sound a little bit
Scottish.
It sounds Scottish.
So here's the backstory. So I was watching a video on YouTube because I consume content differently. Remember that?
Right.
It was about how Shrek almost didn't become Shrek, or how Shrek was almost insanely different, because it was originally pitched in the early 90s, and Chris Farley was going to be the voice of Shrek.
No way.
But then Chris Farley went back to it before he was born and died. So they couldn't do that anymore. So they got Mike Myers, and Mike Myers recorded the whole movie, and then was like, you know what? I think it would be better if I did it with a Scottish accent. So they did a test. They agreed, and they re-recorded all of his lines for the entire movie in that accent. And then now what we know is Shrek today is Shrek today. But why do people love Shrek?
Sounds like you love Shrek too. You know all that background.
First off, do you not love Shrek?
I wouldn't say I love Shrek.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I wouldn't say I love Shrek.
When's the last
time?
You
know what I want to do? I want to watch Shrek 7.
When's the last time? Okay, let me also clarify. There's reason I didn't put Shrek 1 through 4. I just put Shrek as in the first Shrek. Because all the other Shreks...
I thought you meant the character Shrek.
Oh, I meant the movie. Okay, that's how you interpret it. I interpret it as the movie Shrek.
Okay.
Specifically, the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
But people like the second movie and the rest are awful. But people love Shrek. I don't get it.
It can't be just because of the accent.
No, that's just me being silly. That's just me tying in all the other questions into this one question. But the first movie is amazing. All right, the first movie is, you can't get the Marvel Cinematic Universe without Shrek.
What?
Do I need to explain?
Marvel.
Yeah. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe, last Spider-Man had Spider-Man, Doc Ock, Green Goblin.
You're like, so you're watching a Marvel movie. You're like, yo, this is paying homage to Shrek.
No, I'm saying I couldn't exist. I'm saying it couldn't exist without the success of Shrek, because Shrek had all these different fairy tale stories combined into one story. You got the fairy godmother. You got Prince Charming. You got the 3 little pigs. You got the big bad wolves. You got the gingerbread man. You got Lord Fuckwad. All right, all that. That's cinematic universe.
They really snuck that in there.
They snuck that in
the
there.
Farquaad. They really snuck.
Yeah, Lord Fuckwad.
They
it's
really
amazing.
snuck that in there. What?
Welcome to Do Love. It's the perfect town. We see have some rules. Let us lay them down. You know the song.
I don't know the song. How many times have you watched Shrek?
Dude, I'm gonna go home and watch Shrek tonight. I don't know what platform it's on. I'm gonna find it. Shrek is the best. Shrek is the fucking best, and it needs to be answered why people love him. Because I love Shrek.
Well, why you gotta look? That's where you gotta start. Why do you love Shrek?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Sounds like it brings you a lot of joy.
It does. Shrek brings me so much joy. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But to be honest, there are 1,000 movies way better than Shrek that I do not like as much as I love Shrek.
Okay.
Yeah. People love the second one, but it's just bad.
I can't say. The only explanation there's no other explanation I could have than it's just a good, funny kids movie that also adults can watch and also find humorous because of the hidden subtext at times.
Also, it was the perfect movie for 2001. It was released in 2001.
That's when it came out, 2001?
2001. Look up the actual release date, because if it was after 9/11, I have some bold statements to make.
Let's go to Google.
When was the release date for Shrek?
Let's go to Google. It says 2001.
But does it say an actual date?
Let's see. Let's go to
2000 Shrek release date.
Do we have the release date? Usually it has it. Doesn't have it. All right, so let's just look it up. Shrek. April. So
April?
before.
Okay, pre 9/11.
Before.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Shrek the musical was. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. So wow. Here's what I just googled. Oh, that's okay. 2008. Ooh. Thank God. Never mind. False alarm. So it's April. So April 2001.
Yep, April 22nd.
Yeah. So literally, it kicked off the summer movie season, even though it's springtime, with a perfect banger with the theme song brought to you by Smash Mouth.
That was also a big reason. That song.
You had All Star.
Like a lot of people associate that song with that
Shrek.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the perfect song. It's just the whole movie is perfect. The dynamic between Shrek and Donkey is perfect. It is such a good movie.
It's like a this is gonna sound crazy. To me, it's like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
Yes. That's crazy, but yes, I know exactly what you
except
mean.
it's Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, and one of them's a donkey. And one of them's an ogre. Like, it's so quotable. It's so relatable. The beauty's on the inside, Christian. It's on the inside.
Making waffles.
Making waffles. It's so quotable. And don't get me wrong, they put a whole scene from that movie in I Am Legend. They had Will Smith, word for word, verbatim, go, "Hey, I got an idea. I can live with you." And he goes, he loves Shrek in that movie. So post-apocalypse, they could have put on any movie. But no. They put on Shrek.
Oh my God. The dog loves Shrek. I mean, and essentially
No, the kid loves Shrek.
in that movie though, you know, the dog is Donkey, Will Smith is Shrek. It's them against the world.
Them against the world. Them against the world. Yeah, there's so many similarities between I Am Legend and Shrek. And then I think it's the grand finale. I watched this movie all the time as a kid. All the time. And literally, dude, picture 2001. So it's probably released in VHS 2002. I was 7. Picture 8-year-old me at the end of the movie where they sing a dance to the music. I was in my living room going like this, doing the monkey, dancing around like a fucking little maniac, 8 years old, to that song.
I'm about to say, this is like an integral part of your childhood.
It is a cornerstone of my childhood. It's that and Titanic. Those two movies are the cornerstone of my childhood.
Titanic?
Yeah.
Why Titanic?
And that's a question for, you know what, I'll add it to the list. Why does Will love Titanic?
Because we did have a question. What do you think? I think is one of the best movies ever, and I believe you mentioned Titanic.
Yeah, that was me and Sam talked about our top 5 favorite movies. And number one's always Titanic. Shrek. Next time someone asks me, Shrek might make the top 5. I'm not gonna lie.
Top 5.
But Shrek in and of itself is a cultural phenomenon. So Google that. Why do people love Shrek and see what comes up? We've been talking about Shrek for like 15 minutes almost.
You've been talking about Shrek.
Get in the conversation, man. Shrek's a great character.
I don't have anything to say, man. I've probably seen that movie. You're gonna be like, wow. You've only seen that probably 3 times. All right.
Dude, Puss in Boots got his own movie. All
Yeah,
right.
Puss in Boots. He was dope.
That Antonio Banderas. That is how deep the Shrek universe goes.
I mean, they did kind of an ensemble cast.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The movie's perfect. The movie's absolutely incredible.
All right, here we go. Why is the internet
obsessed with Shrek? Yeah, The Atlantic. Let's see what they got.
Let's see if we can get a quick.
Look at that face. Give her that ad. Give her that drop down. Look at him. Look at him. Ah! Donker. Yeah. Look at him. Donker. What we got here? The internet is full of inexplicable trends, in-jokes, and parody concepts that should be. What does that say? In the Christian screen's big on you. You read it. It's big on your screen.
Impenetrable. To many a casual browser. There are useful sites that seek to explain the genesis and popularity of these ridiculous and impenetrable means, but they are informational more than anything. I can't read this whole thing. Let's see.
No. Let's get to the good parts.
Let's
Look
see
at
if
this
we
meme.
can find.
Listen, you're going into Shrek's mouth a bunch. It's great. People in audio are really confused.
It says the Shrek franchise. Let's get a little zoom here. 110, you say. represents everything that was initially exciting and then quickly patronizing about the early 2000s.
That's so true.
It's symbolic of so many things we briefly loved before quickly realizing their emptiness.
Dude, when they sing Hallelujah in that movie, Hallelujah.
Oh, people! Did you know about the Brogers? You're definitely a Broger.
What is a broger?
It's like a bro with like an ogre.
Nah, dude, I'm not an ogre. Don't call me an ogre.
Some Shrek fans call themselves Brogers.
Nah, I'm not a broger. I'm not, okay, I don't love Shrek that much, please.
Yeah, there's too much here to get to the bottom of this.
All right, so why do people love Shrek? He's fucking awesome. That's why.